And we are live here tonight. What is up, everybody? My name is Ethan's NBA Talk. We are here on the StreamYard, and we're ready to talk some basketball today. So today's topic is going to be, why are the Sacramento Kings so bad? So I'm looking forward to talking about that. And in the meantime, we're just going to chill for a little bit, wait for people to actually get into the live. Hopefully, this mic is working right now. It'd be a very awesome night. We have somebody in already. Welcome to my live. Whoever it is in the chat, we're gonna be talking about why are the Sacramento Kings so bad. Um, obviously by the name of my channel, I love talking about basketball, mainly my Philadelphia 76ers, who are playing tonight. And I thought about going live for that game tonight, but I decided maybe that's a little bit too late. I mean, it's a 10 p.m. Eastern start time, so it will end way past midnight Eastern. So yeah, so I decide I'll just do a 30-minute live session today, talking about basketball, talking about the Sacramento Kings today. We have two people in. Welcome. It's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna just wait for people to come in. It obviously takes a little bit of time. So yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to talk about this a lot, and a lot of people, I say for a lot of Sacramento Kings fans out there, it's probably frustrating that your team never gets talked about. Analysts never mention your team, never bother to talk about your team. Well, today you're in for a treat, Kings fans, because I'm going to talk about your team today. So be prepared. Trying to get is that I think this is okay. I think this is light enough in here. So yeah, we have two people in right now. Uh yeah, my title today is, why are the Sacramento Kings so bad? Well, let's talk about it. We have three people in. So let's get ready. Let's dive right in. Why are the Kings so bad? Right. Well, as a lot of people know, about the Sacramento Kings right now, they have a 12. They're 12-36. That is 15th in the West. So obviously, there's 15 teams in each conference in the NBA. So that's obviously the worst team in the West, worst team in the league, I believe, at this point. The Sacramento Kings are really, really that bad. But why are they so bad, everybody? I mean, I'm the one that's supposed to answer that to you guys today. We have 8 people. Welcome aboard, everybody, to Ethan's NBA Talks live, talking about the Kings today. But we are going to talk about, so the Kings are 12-36, and you guys will probably be thinking, but the Kings have Zach LaVine, they have DeMar DeRozan, they have Domantas Sabonis. Well, why are they so bad then, you ask? Now, first off, Doug Christie needs to be fired. He is not the answer to the Sacramento Kings team. He isn't. He is just not the answer. It was a big mistake firing Mike Brown. It was. It was. I mean, just look at, you look at the record right now, and you think, like, I'm just gonna like right now, like I just saw. So I basically, when you look up the 2022-23 season, right, and you look at the standings, you see who do I see in the third spot in the Western Conference? That's the Sacramento Kings up there. Is that why? Are they really in third in the West? And now 2025-26 season, oh my gosh, the Kings have really fallen apart, haven't they? They're the worst team in the league right now. So basically, I don't know why coaches get fired so easily in the NBA. Why do they get fired so easily in the NBA? Because Mike Brown, right, led this team to the first playoff since 2006. They were the third. Sorry about that. Let me put my phone on silent. But the Mike Brown led this team to third place in the West, right? He led this team, and that was the first playoff since 2006, which they were really happy about. Okay, really happy. And then he just got tossed out of there like a piece of trash. That's what happened. He won Coach of the Year that year too. A year and a half later, he's gone. Bye-bye. Sayonara. See ya. Like, how can a coach who got your team out of being one of the worst teams in the league, the a franchise that hasn't even gotten to the playoffs in over 15 years. He won Coach of the Year, and you're going to fire him a year and a half later. And now look at where we are now with Doug Christie, who is leading them to 12-36, 15th in the West in his first full season in the Sacramento Kings. Another thing, too, they are 27th in the league in defense, which is expected with a big three like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Domantas Sabonis. It's expected that, right? I mean, there's nothing much to say. That is expected. Zach LaVine's not that good of a defender. DeMar DeRozan's not that good of a defender. Sabonis is pretty good. So Sabonis is pretty good. But when you look at having DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, all these guys, that's not. I mean, that's not a good defensive team, right? And like Drew Eubanks, like really, that's who your center is, which is why I think they're lacking a true point guard. Like trading De'Aaron Fox was a big mistake for this team. He was a big mistake. They have no true point guard on this team, in my opinion. Yeah, they have Russell Westbrook, who's doing pretty good, but that's not going to sustain for a long period of time. And right now, he's injured. Trading De'Aaron Fox was just one step closer to being who they once were before the 2022-23 season, and that is down at the bottom. And another thing, they're lacking a true center. Like, Domantas Sabonis is a power forward, okay? He's a power forward. You can even look up what his position says. They call him a power forward for a reason. They are lacking a true big center on their team. And, that's another thing, too. I just like to point out to everybody. Like, this Sacramento Kings team is 27th in the league in rebounding. That shows you lack of size, Now Sabonis is injured. That's another big problem to this team. And Keegan Murray is now injured, so they are lacking huge offense. Now they're 29th in offense. Now they're on a 9-game losing streak, and really their GM, right, Scott Perry, their general manager, needs to rebuild the Sacramento Kings team. He really does. I think he's doing a good start to the rebuild right now. You know, getting I don't know what Cleveland is doing by trading DeAndre Hunter and only getting back Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis in return. I don't really Dennis Schroeder. There you go, to another team. Yeah, can't find his place anywhere. He's on a few different teams every year. I bet you Schroeder's probably gonna get traded again at the deadline to another team. Watch, my Sixers are probably gonna take him, but DeAndre Hunter's a good start. It's a step in the right direction for this Kings team. I do believe that. If I were to grade that trade, I think the Kings get a B plus. I think that's pretty good. I think the Cavs get like a C minus. Like I don't get this trade by them, but yeah, I think it's a step toward something for Sacramento. I think it's a step into kind of trying to get better. They might get the number 1 pick this season, unless any fraudulent stuff happens, and a big trade happens, and then that team who did make that trade ends up being number 1 pick, like last year. By the way, I believe last year was the 1-year anniversary of the Luka trade. But yeah, I just look at the 2022 to 23 Sacramento Kings, and I look and I see a great team with De'Aaron Fox leading the way that year. And then I see this team, and I'm like, who are the Sacramento Kings right now? Like, they have some of the most passionate, loudest fans that you'll see in the NBA. I'll tell you this right now. But when I watch the Kings play, that crowd is absolutely electric every time you see them play. So these are loyal fans that they have in Sacramento. They definitely want their team to improve. And again, coaching is been a horrible thing for them right now. They've just been horrible. And injuries have also taken a toll on this team as well. Sabonis is injured, Westbrook is injured, Keegan Murray is injured, and now the new guy, DeAndre Hunter, he's injured now. He's got a day injury. Nikki 2 times says no Fox yet. De'Aaron Fox is not on the team anymore. That was the stupid trade right there. That should have never happened. Now they have no true point guard. They have no true center on their team. And it frustrates me because I like the Kings. I want to see them do well. And, to see them collapse is sad. It is. Especially because of how good their fans are, and for their fans to have to deal with this kind of performance this season, 12 wins and 36 losses, it's just shocking. And by the way, everybody, Nikki 2 times trading cards is my dad, so make sure to go subscribe to his channel. He opens up cards and talks sports as well. So if you're not subscribed to my channel or his channel, then I don't know what you guys are doing with your life. So, but make sure to go subscribe to both of our channels. I'd really appreciate that. So we have 7 people in right now. Been a good like 15 minutes just chit-chatting about this topic. Probably be on for like 5 more minutes. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe 10 minutes. Just kind of chilling. But like, yeah, lacking a true point guard right now. But yeah, the problem is size. Like they don't have size on their team as well. And like I said, this team's not that deep either. They don't have a like off the bench, especially. This team doesn't have much talent in my opinion, but it just seems weird. Like I said, that they have DeMar DeRozan, they have Zach LaVine, they have Domantas Sabonis, and yet they're still really struggling the way they are, and that is because like I said, I blame the coach. I think Doug Christie should have never been their head coach in the first place. Mike Brown should still be having his job, even though that'll be another one to itself. Mike Brown is not doing a good job coaching New York right now, in my opinion. I think firing Tom Thibodeau was a big mistake for the Knicks. So that'll be another video at some point. But yeah, I do think the Kings are off to a good start. Them getting DeAndre Hunter, I think, kind of shows everybody that I think by doing that, they're wanting to be taken seriously, like to show people, yes, we want to be better. We want to make our fans happy. We want to be the Sacramento Kings that we can be. Like that's what I think their mentality is at right now. Another thing too that I'd like to go over, another quick statistic, is, let me just get to this statistic right now. Where is it? They're 24th in the league in 24th in the league in assists. So that's another big part to your offense. You don't have consistent ball movement. They're decent from 3. When I saw my Sixers play them the other day, they were consistent. They were pretty good from 3. But by the way, I'm pissed that it took I'm glad that the Sixers won that game, but the fact that it took like that it took a game winner from Maxey to save us in that game was disappointing and concerning. But things happen. But Sacramento, again, step in the right direction for them. I would start with firing their coach first of all. I think I truly believe that Doug Christie's not the answer for this team. He is clueless, I think, when coaching this team. I also think injuries have hurt the Kings throughout this course of the season. I think they need to rebuild this team because without De'Aaron Fox, they don't really have a true point guard. Malik Monk is not the answer. I don't think he's a true starting point guard. He is definitely more of a 6-man kind of player, like maybe a Lou Williams kind of player. You know, Westbrook. Westbrook is just too old. He's too old. He's injury prone at this point. Not going to be consistent enough for what the Sacramento Kings team is going to be looking for in the future. They are going to be looking for a young, talented team that could be just a scary team in the near future that could really just kind of, well, because another thing too, like that's what I'm talking about is inconsistency. Like the Kings are so similar to the Hawks in some way. Like the Kings have no real consistency going on. They're the 3 seed 1 year, and then they miss out on the playoffs every other year. Like that's not what you should look for in a team. Like if I'm a GM and I'm trying to rebuild a team, I would want a team that is consistently in the playoffs year after year after year. And that's not the Sacramento Kings. That season, that 3rd seed in the West, that one season was the one season wonder, and that was it. And they are now back to rock bottom now. And that they've hit rock bottom. And that's really what I gotta say about Sacramento. Are they terrible? Yes. Can they improve? Absolutely. But they just need to do the basic things. They need to fire Doug Christie. Scott Perry needs to do his job as GM. He was just hired in April of 2025. He needs to do his job to take this team to the next level, be a consistent playoff team, get them a true point guard, get them a true center, and then this team could be that complete team. They could have whoever point guard they bring in. I don't know, but then they could have a Zach LaVine, the shooting guard. Then they could have maybe they trade DeRozan and develop DeAndre Hunter. Who knows? I mean, they've talked. I don't know why. I think the Hawks never try to develop DeAndre Hunter. They never try to develop. The Cavs never try to develop DeAndre Hunter. People talked about DeAndre Hunter being the next Kawhi Leonard, and like no team has ever that he's been on so far in his career has ever like actually tried to push for him to have more minutes. So maybe the Kings trade DeMar DeRozan and they have DeAndre Hunter fill in that small forward position. And I think if he is a starter for Sacramento, he could easily average 20 points a game. Plus, that's a great defensive talent that they have on their team. With DeAndre Hunter, they'll definitely not be 27th in defense. And if Domantas Sabonis can stay healthy, that is as well. And whoever the center they'll bring in the draft again, I don't know yet, but maybe just the center because, I mean, Drew Eubanks is not going to be it for them in the future. He's just not going to be their true center. They'll need like a strong 7-foot big guy who is going to be getting block shots, who is just going to be great interior defender. And the whichever point guard they can bring in, they can run pick and rolls with that center. I mean, it would just be a better offensive pace for Sacramento. I just think I don't think they have a true, like, they just don't know what they're doing. Like, they don't know what is the Sacramento Kings, and that is where they're at right now. And they need to find their true selves. They need to find what is them, what works for them. And that's what I think about Sacramento. There is room for improvement. I think this trade for DeAndre Hunter is a step in the right direction for them. I really do. So it's a good start, but they need to do a lot more if they want to be the Sacramento Kings like they were in the 2022 to 23 season. And that is all I have to say about Sacramento. So I hope you guys did enjoy this live tonight. I think it was pretty good. A good 25 minutes talking about the Kings tonight. I think we spent some good time talking about them, talking about the trade, talking about how their coach has not done good with this team and he needs to be fired. I mean, how crazy would that be if he lasts longer as their coach than Mike Brown does? Like, does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. But, yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the chat. If there is anything else that anybody wants to say before I sign off, I'll give you guys like 30 seconds. Type something in. Yeah, any questions from anybody? I'll be happy to answer them. No, I don't think we have any questions from anybody. So with that, I think I'll just sign off. It's been a fun 25 minutes, maybe half an hour now, kind of talking about how bad the Kings are. I know it's been kind of my thing, like to add more time onto this channel and not just doing Sixers play-by-play commentating for their games. I also like to incorporate some of this kind of stuff, like talking about specific topics in the NBA. I like to do stuff like that. So let me know if you guys want to see more of this. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.